Hello, Math 7. Coming at you with your video for the Chapter 12 test. Now, before we get started, this is a long test. It's 35 questions, which isn't too long compared to what you guys are used to. It's probably going to be a fairly long video, so I hope you guys have your tests out and maybe even a nice cup of water, so that way you can stay focused. All right, first one. We are identifying variables and constants in each expression. So I'll just go through number one. What I mean is I would like to see like variables and constants. And you could just tell me which are the variables and which are the constants. Remember, constants are numbers, so R3 is a constant, and then J, K, and L. J, K, and L. Those are all my variables. Okay, pretty straightforward. Again, just answering true or false. So for number 3, if V equals 3, that means what we're going to do is we're going to substitute, right? We're going to plug in the value of 3 wherever we see a V. So I'm just going to rewrite this. 6 times 3 squared, plus 4 times 3 equals 66. Now what we need to do is we need to work it all the way through. Actually, I'm going to let you guys do that. Remember your order of operations. Am I going to multiply first or do my exponent? Remember, because this one down here, this negative is probably going to be pretty tricky. So again, I'm going to rewrite it. -4. Then I've got a big parentheses of 5 minus 7 times -3 equals 104. Now, -7 times -3. Remember, when you multiply these things, guys, follow these negatives. Don't get caught up on them, right? I've got a negative times a negative, and then I'll be multiplying that business by this guy. It's a whole lot going on. If you want, you could just multiply 7 times -3 and then subtract that negative from 5. There's a few different ways you could go about doing it. Just keep track of your negatives, right? For numbers 5, 6, and 7, again, we've got variables and their values. I could hear several of you going, guys, we could do this one step at a time, nice and easy. I'll actually work out number 7 just to show you guys what needs to be done. Okay, so when I see an S, I'm going to write 7. Now, I am still going to put it in parentheses. That's just to clarify things for me, especially when we get to a multiplication like we have here and here. So 7 minus R is 4, plus P is -2. Notice how I put the negative on the inside? That'll come in handy real quick. Times R, which is 4, minus Q, which is 2, times S, which is 7. Okay. Now, again, order of operations, I need to multiply first. So I'm just going to rewrite 7 minus 4 plus -2 times 4, -8, minus 2 times 7 is 14. Okay, now left to right. 7 minus 4 is 3, plus -8, minus 14. 3 minus 8 is -5 minus 14, which is -19. Okay, again, show me your work. If you're doing this on a calculator, I need to see your steps. Please don't just give me an answer or I won't grade it. Simple as that. Okay. Moving on, numbers 8 and 9. Write the numerical expression for each word phrase and do not simplify. So all it's asking is for the expression. For number 8, it's the sum, so I know that's addition, but I don't have any numbers, so I need to put that addition sign where I next see my and. So it's 18 plus 17, and that is the answer. Okay, I don't need to simplify. So if I put 35 here, which is the sum, no, not going to work. It needs the expression, okay? Numbers 10 and 11, write the algebraic expression. So the only difference here is that I'm going to have variables. Okay. Again, the product, okay, so that's multiplication, but I need to find the next and. The product of 3 and the sum of, so I'm going to have my addition there. This just means that I'm going to have a parentheses, 8 plus e, 8 plus e. Or in this case, I could just do like that. Okay. Moving right along to the back page. This is top of page 2. Numbers 12 through 15. Write an equation, and again, do not solve. Okay, so the difference between equations and expressions is wherever you find the word is, that's your equal sign. So whatever this is equals 13. And again, I have sum. So this is going to be h plus 5 equals 13. Easy enough. I think you guys got that. Why don't I do number 15 just to help you guys out? Okay, so the product of, so this is going to be 12, and the sum of a number, so, and that equals 45. Okay, so the product of 12 times, so 12 times the sum of a number and 9, oh, that's 9, is 45. Easy money. Moving on, identify the operations needed to be solved in each equation and the order in which they would need to be performed. Again, do not solve. So again, for these operations, we undo addition, subtraction first, and then we undo multiplication and division. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we don't even, it doesn't even say we need to do the numbers. So I'm just going to say first, let's see, first we need to undo addition and subtraction. We have subtraction here. So in order to do that, our first step is going to be to add, I'm just going to be clear, add 17, right? That's going to do that. That will leave us with, I'm sorry, that should be A, not 8. A over 5, A over 5. Well, A over 5 equals whatever it is. That's A divided by 5. To undo division, use multiply. So add 17 and then multiply by 5. Okay. These ones obviously doesn't have quite as much work, so please just show the steps. Now, we get to the point where we are solving the equations. Okay. Why don't I do, this one actually has 2 steps. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. I think you'll be able to figure it out. Why don't I do number 19? So 7 and C are connected by multiplication. 2 under multiplication, I divide. 7 goes into 4, so this will leave me with C equals 7 goes into 14 twice perfectly, and 7 goes into 7 once. So C equals 21. Okay. I'm hoping this is making a whole lot of sense to you guys. If not, again, please ask. Questions. Okay, solving this equation. Okay. Again, that's more of what we did in the last section. Okay, now, these two, we're going to write the equation and then solve it. Let's look at, actually 25 is going to be pretty difficult. 5 more than, okay, so I know that than is going to switch it around. The product of 4 and B is 19. Okay, so how do I do the product of 4 and B? 4B. Easy. And plus 5, because it's 5 more than, equals 19. Okay. Then we're going to undo this addition by subtracting. Minus 5 from each side. That's going to leave us with 4b equals 14. Now we divide. Okay. I'll let you guys work that out. Go ahead and tell me what b equals. Okay, now these are going to be great. Again, we're graphing equalities. We have plenty of examples in your notes. Go ahead and look back to those. 28 and 29, determine whether the given value is a solution to the inequality, right? Yes or no. I also need to see your work. So for number 28, again, what we're going to do is we're just going to substitute this value in for E. So that'll give us 3 minus 4 is less than 3. Is that a true statement or not? Do the same thing for 29, and you guys will be good to go. 30 and 31. Writing an inequality, and again, we are not solving. These are going to be based on the phrasing is greater than. So 2 less, so less, so 2 less, than, so we're switching them around. The quotient of, so quotient is going to put a division sign there. Okay, so that's going to look like a divided by 2, a divided by 2 minus 2, that's this 2, minus 2, is greater than 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. And there's your answer. A divided by 2 minus 2 is greater than 0. For these ones, again, we're solving. 33 is going to be a fun one. I'm excited to see your guys' work there. What's nice is, remember there's a rule where if you divide by a negative number, you need to switch these around. Neither of these, you need to do that, so don't worry about it. 34 and 35, again, we're writing and then solving. Okay. Why don't I do 35? That's going to be a tough one. So half. Half means to divide something by 2. Half the sum of 3 and a number. So 3 plus n divided by 2, that's what all this means, is greater than 7. Now, this is one of those funny times where because I'm dividing both of these things by 2, I actually need to undo my fraction first. I need to undo this division. How do I undo division? multiply. So I'm going to multiply this by 2. What I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other. So that'll give me 3 plus n is greater than 14. Subtract 3. N is greater than 11. Oh. N is greater than 11. Okay. Again, please show all your work, even the ones that I did. And if you have questions, please email me. I'm making this test due Thursday, so you guys have plenty of time. And otherwise, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.